Well, greetings everybody on our midweek devotion. I hope your day is going well, and again, anxious to see you before too long. But have safe days ahead. Proverbs 24:13 says, "My son, eat honey, because it is good, and honeycomb, which is sweet to your taste." Did you know that the honeycomb is also edible? For some reason, whenever I read verses that mention honey, it gets my attention, huh? Proverbs 25:16 says, "Have you found honey? Eat only as much as you need, lest you be filled with it and vomit." Jared Jensen one time ate so many honey sticks that he got sick, and now he has no desire for honey anymore. But honey is a fascinating food. Whenever I give the tours at the honey festival down at the honey plant, people seem to be mesmerized, almost spellbound by the message that I tell them. Because I tell them that, honey is nature's only food that never spoils. It's ready to eat without any further preparation. The taste, it appeals to most, unless you eat too much of it. And so it's easy to see why Solomon would choose honey to illustrate true wisdom. He begins the 24th chapter of Proverbs by commanding his readers to eat honey. All of its goodness and sweetness is not going to be known, nor are you going to know the value of it unless you eat it. Honey really is a valuable health food. All through the ages it's been used for medicinal purposes. But you have to eat it or apply it to a burn to reap the benefits of it. And so I try to eat at least a tablespoon of honey every day. Well, the same thing can be said of wisdom. For wisdom to be of value, one must partake of it and seek it. One can live and die without tasting the sweetness of honey, and one can live and die without knowing the sweetness of wisdom. The Bible divides wisdom into two categories: the wisdom of God and the wisdom of man. And we need to understand that the wisdom of God will last, and the wisdom of man won't last. And therefore, we are to seek God's wisdom. And the wise man does three things according to this preacher Solomon. First, he abandons the world before the world abandons him. Second, he prepares his sepulcher before entering it. And third, he does all with the design of pleasing God before entering into his presence. James wrote, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask of God, who gives to all liberally and without reproach, and it will be given him." Thus we see that God is the true source of wisdom. And Solomon would have known, because he received more than any other man in history. 1 Kings 4:29 through 31 it says, "And God gave Solomon wisdom and exceeding great understanding and largeness of heart, like the sand of the seashore. For he was wiser than all men." Someone coined the phrase, "God gives men wisdom as he gives them gold. His treasure house is not the mint, but the mind." So I encourage you, continually pray to God and ask for wisdom. He's promised us an abundance of it if we will ask in faith. Good advice. Eat some honey because it's good. Pray for wisdom and God will give it to you. God bless.